Bonjour and bienvenue to my channel. My name is Geneviève. My channel is called I Love Freely. For all the wonderful things we will chit chat about here. And today I wanted to take a look at Fara Homidi, her Essentiel Visage, her facial compact. And I got two colors for you. Beurre and Sable. Beurre means butter and Sable means sand. And when you buy the refill will look a little bit like the real compact. So that's the beautiful heavy metal compact, and that's the refill. Could you buy just the refill? It's really made to be temporary. It's shaky, it doesn't hold in place. But when you're gonna buy the refill, that's what it looks like. So I'm gonna pop the refill out to show you the color. So the color in the refill is the color Sable, and this is Beurre. So, okay. This is Sable, which has more yellow, and Beurre, which has a little bit more pink. If your aim is to just cover some redness, I mean, that might work, but in my case, Beurre is a much better color. And for a reference, in Tom Ford, the concealer, matte concealer, I'm color Tulle. And I got sunburned yesterday. Yes, do wear SPF when it's cloudy. So I'll just do a quick swatch test of both color on my face. So this color is Sable, which was the more yellow tone. And you see I have some red and yellow in my face. So, but it glides beautifully. So this is Sable. And now Beurre, which has a tad more pink in there. It's Beurre. And so in terms of which one is darker, paler, you'll see how it blends. Seen like that, it looks like Beurre is a little bit paler, but on the skin, and I'll show them on the camera again, I felt that their Beurre might be a little, so Sable, Beurre. I'll just spread them and you be the judge of them, but for me, Beurre, and they spread beautifully. So look, this is Beurre that I just spread on that side. Okay, and Sable. And they're very forgiving. So you'll tell me, well, Geneviève, we don't see the difference at all. And just like that, you won't see it. But I did the test in various light, and the Sable, the yellow base color, really looked yellow on me. And here's my burnt chest again for reference. This is Sable, the more yellow based color, and Butter. And again, let's spread them just to, some people say, well, there's not a lot of color. Sure, but they blend so beautifully, and it's more of a, I guess you can make them full coverage, but it really mimics the skins super well. So you can see there's a bit more yellow in there compared to the other color. For me, that works better. The Beurre that has a little bit more pink really glide beautifully. There's no scent to these, and I have mildly acne prone, congested, pores prone looking. Put it in the order you want. My pores get clogs easily, and that hasn't been an issue. I've been using that for 2 weeks now, and it kind of mildly replaced everything else I was using. So yes, I wear a good SPF. This has no SPF, which I like, because then you get to wear the SPF you want. And it works beautifully as a concealer as well. So I won't do the full makeup. And in terms of application, I really love using a brush from MAC that is called MAC 270S, as in Sierra. And it's a nice little shape. You could go with your finger, okay? And that's a color Beurre. And sure, it applies and it doesn't tug. My face is well hydrated, and you can see how it just blends and kind of just lightly work with the dark circle. I don't like a full cover. I think makeup is there to enhance us, not to hide us. And with that lovely little brush, I like just dab a little bit, and I like to go just a little bit over whatever I like to make it a little bit more uniform. And there you have it. See, there's a little bit of sun souvenir. I don't call it damage. I call it my sun souvenirs. And you see the redness mainly from the sun yesterday, but I always have a little bit of redness in the temple. My skin is combination. This tends to be dry, oily T-zone, and it has this gorgeous radiant finish. And I haven't used her illuminizer that you can use in plenty of ways. Just dabbing it, and you know, if you feel it's a little bit dry under the eyes, you can just go apply it around. And even, why not, you know, a bit of a lip base, get a bit of glow, and it stays beautiful for quite a long time. So you'll have a good 4 or 5 hours out of it, depending how your skin. I don't use setting powders, or I keep my routine as minimal as possible. But what's fun about it, midday you can just bloat your skin, and it's really easy to touch up with the finger where you need. So if I want to cover a larger area, which I rarely do, but I love that brush from Chantecaille, and it's her foundation and mask brush, and that's the name of the brush, foundation and mask brush. And I'll compare it to MAC 270S. So I like to me, if you go minimal, I'll just go exactly where I want, and it'll blend. That's the beauty of her product. It blends effortlessly on a hydrated skin. And if I go with something a little bit bigger, it'll be more like just a bit of a veil of a color. But I would never advise or suggest to anybody to wear foundation all over their face. And I think especially as we're gifted with more years in our life, it just hides ourselves. It makes things rigid, crystallized, and we are like our mind. We just don't want to stay fixed in time. I'm proud of all of this. You know, I worked a hard time, and I laughed a lot for these wrinkles. So thank you for listening. I'll follow up with her lip product. And again, this was a review for Fara Homidi, a refill of Essential Face Refill, or Essentiel Visage, in the color Beurre, which I'll show one more time. So that is Sable. And I've worked a little bit more here with the color that matches my skin, which is the color Beurre, butter, and look at that sound. I love it.